So, today marks a month since I arrived in Tilburg. The fact that I'm going to be living here for the next 5 months has finally sank in, as it no longer feels like I'm in some sort of weird extended holiday. I'm getting to know the city pretty well actually, and I no longer need to use Google Maps for every commute. The weather here is pretty much exactly the same as back in Scotland. I've been lucky to have not seen much rain since I got here, but it's pretty damn cold at the moment, even though it doesn't really look like it. It really is true that you never forget how to ride a bike, and with the wind flowing through my hair, it makes me feel like a kid again. Everything else is falling into place, and even though I was complaining about the living situation before and wanted to leave, I've decided to just get over it and look at the positives, as after all, it isn't even that bad, and you know, it's not like I'm going to be here forever. Much better. So, what have I been getting up to this past week or so, I hear you ask? Well, there was Carnival week. Then after the last day of Carnival was Valentine's Day. So, today is Valentine's Day. But not only is it Valentine's Day, it's actually me and Jake's 1-year anniversary today. Sadly, Jake cannot be out here at the moment because he just started a new job today, and also he's a chef, so usually chefs are bound to work Valentine's Day. You can tell I'm a little bit upset there. But as of yesterday, Jake has booked his flights to come and see me, so he's going to be here next week, and we're going to be spending 2 days in Amsterdam, so I'm pretty excited about that. For Carnival, we were actually given an entire week off uni, even though it finished on the Tuesday, so I spent the rest of my week just being really unproductive and lazy. And I spent the rest of my week procrastinating and not doing very much. Procrastinating editing my documentary. This led to me getting pretty fed up. This kind of low period that I had when I was feeling pretty fed up, it motivated me to finally push through and be productive and get my documentary done. Carnival is a Western Christian and Greek Orthodox festive season that occurs before Lent and ends until... Fucking hell. I can't read out loud, honestly. This is where my dyslexia is strong. I can't read out loud, I just stumble over my words. Oh my god. Can I play that back? Okay, it's quite echoey in here, but I don't have any other recording space. So there must be something I could do to soften the audio. And this might seem ridiculous, but I don't have a sound booth, so this might actually work. Let's see if I can bring you into... Now again, this might seem ridiculous, but as I don't have a sound booth, I think this is my better option to make the audio not sound quite so echoey if I just soften the things around me and I bring it right in. Oh, okay. I don't really have a lot of space in here. Let's see how this goes. It traditionally ends on Shrove Tuesday. Completely unknown to me, this festival is actually celebrated in different countries all over the world, but here I am in the Netherlands celebrating my first ever Carnival. It actually sounds so much better. So this is a budget filmmaking 101. If you don't have a sound booth, just put your duvet over your head and your microphone. And if you haven't seen my Carnival documentary yet, please give it a watch after this, because I'm actually pretty chuffed with how it turned out. I had very limited equipment, just using my friend's Tascam recorder and my broken old tripod, but it just kind of shows what you can do. And yeah, I might be chuffed with it now, but I feel like it's one of those things that a year or so down the line I'll probably look back and hate it and pick out all the things that's wrong with it. But right now, I'm feeling quite proud of it, so please go and give it a watch. After my very unproductive days, I also got motivated to get back on my 7-minute workout, which I hadn't actually done in about 155 days, because the app loves to notify me every single day how many days it's been. I kind of blame my appendix coming out for me falling out of practice with the 7-minute workout, but realistically, I could have gotten back on it way sooner than I have. I've just kind of got lazy with it. And I also decided to start some yoga because I've always wanted to do yoga. So I did a little yoga lesson. I watched a YouTube tutorial of yoga, so I did that as well. And also that day I went to my first ever vintage clothing sale, which was pretty interesting. It was €15 per kilo, so I thought it was a good opportunity to go and get some pretty cheap clothes. And I came away with a decent amount of things. Some things I'd never usually pick out, but I'm gonna find an opportunity to wear them because they're quite the find. And I've mainly just kind of been studying, getting used to that. I made my first ever pot of homemade soup, which was turned out pretty well actually. It was chicken and rice. It was more of a risotto than a soup, but still I was pretty chuffed how it turned out. It was very nice indeed. And I also tried to attempt to make my first ever omelette, or at least I think my first ever omelette, maybe my first ever omelette that I've ever made on my own. And it turned into more of a scrambled egg with toppings. Pretty damn good scrambled egg with toppings, I'll tell you that, but it wasn't really an omelette. I also went to a techno night, and I wasn't really sure because the techno nights I'd been to in the past didn't really impress me too much, but this was actually really, really good. And it was the only ever nightclub I've seen where they sell NOS balloons, so that's interesting. Something you'd probably only ever find in the Netherlands, or not. I think there's other countries that'll do it as well, but it's a very rare sight. And on the housing situation, my German flatmate, Jan, he moved out because he was just pure raging about it. So it was just me and Atoman, my French flatmate, it's been like that for quite a while now, but then yesterday, this British guy appeared and he moved in all of his stuff, and him and his friend are moving in on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have some flatmates. That'll be good when they move in, hopefully. Even though the kitchen is absolutely tiny, so having 4 people use that kitchen might be a bit of a nightmare, but other than that, it'll be fine. I'll be fine, hopefully. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say for this week. So I'll see you next week when I'm going to Rotterdam for a day for a school trip. Not really sure what I'm doing there, but I'm going there. And then on that same day, I'm going out to Amsterdam to meet Jake as he flies in, and then we'll be spending 2 days there. So I'll see you next time for that.